Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is very spur of the moment. I got home from work and I basically was like, I just want to sit here and read. I don't want to do anything else. And so I made plans to sit here and read. And then I was like, I kind of want to live stream. So now I'm live streaming. I really want to do this a bit more regularly. I was going to do sprints. What day was it? Tuesday evening. I had them all scheduled and everything, but unfortunately, I have been dealing with a lot of dizziness over the past, well, since Monday, really. And I also had to take a sick day from work, so it just didn't feel right to do sprints on a day when I couldn't go to work. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do them now. We're gonna pretty much go straight into a sprint and just see who shows up. Like I say, I didn't plan this very well, so I don't anticipate there being that many people, but I really just wanted to just read, basically. I'm going to read a chapter and then watch some YouTube and kind of alternate that way. Um, and I thought having sprints would make it easier to manage. So we're pretty much just going to go straight into it and wait for potentially someone to join. We're going to go for 30 minutes just to make it a quick, relatively quick one so that, people that join can, you know, we can engage a little bit quicker. But yeah, we're just going to go straight into it. See you in 30, even though there's no one here. Hello, welcome back. Hi, Hattie. Lovely to see you. Hattie's here. What are you reading, Hattie? I am on chapter 12 of The Last Contract of Isako. You can't tell because it's in one of those sleeves. It is a special edition. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. It is the Starbright Illumicrate Special Edition. I just got it this month. It's a quarterly subscription. I got it this month. It's by Fonda Lee, who did Jade City, and it's very, very different. It's a standalone. I love it, but there are bits about it that I'm just like, I kind of wish this was a duology. But aside from that, it is good. There's just like a lot of world building, and I kind of wish that it was like that we had time to get into some of the world building during the book. Like there are some things like they keep referencing Disaster 62, and like they haven't mentioned it, and I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe it's intentional that they haven't mentioned it. But they've mentioned it, but they haven't really gone into anything about it. So yeah, I'm just not sure. There are little bits like that. It's very obvious that she's very good at writing a series. So yeah. Oh yes, you were reading that the other day, weren't you? How are you finding it? Oh, a new person. Hi. How are you? What are you reading? Welcome to the channel. I haven't done reading sprints in forever. But it's nice to do it again. I partly wanted to do reading sprints because I really wanted to talk to someone about Red City by Marie Lu. Oh my god, it's so good. Very pretty. I got it £4 off, and it's a special edition. It is if Romeo and Juliet met the Greenbone saga met video games, I think, is how I would describe it. It's about two people that grow up together, and they become friends, and they're very insular, but they get on really, really well. And they kind of, without saying anything, they fall in love. And then they join opposite, they call them syndicates. So it's sort of like I guess kind of like a gang. They join rival gangs, and they use this drug, which is called sand, to enhance their abilities. So it's kind of like Greenbone Saga in that they've got jade, sand, that kind of thing. And because they were in love as teenagers, they then get to be, the rival houses. Boy, but we don't have to be like that. And yeah, I finished it yesterday, and it's so good. I hate that I have to wait until next year for the sequel. It's ridiculous. What is everyone reading? Let me know. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Stream of Consciousness. Not my favorite. Is this the one that you said was like relatable at points as well? Everything. There was one that you said that was relatable. Yeah, not a fan of, like, if it doesn't have set chapters, I really struggle because I really want to like have an end point. Oh, I forgot that was still going. Stop. Sorry. Um, yeah, I like having chapters. It is the relatable one. Okay. Well, at least it has that relatability. But yeah. What were the narrative points that you like? Hunger Games, nice. So I'm not actually reading Red City. I just really wanted to talk about it because I liked it so much. I have never read Hunger Games either. Are you on the first one? What are you thinking? How are you? Have you seen the films? Are you doing the thing where you read the book after seeing the films and then you're like, ooh, all the differences? Um, yeah, so I'm not actually reading. I'm not actually reading Red City. I am reading The Last Contract of Yusiko, which is about a woman who is in her 50s, which is great to see. I love the representation. Um, she is a what's called a quick blade, so she's a contractor. I think she's a contractor. During this, you know, it all sounds really capitalist. So these two corporations are fighting it out, and they officially have a merger. And obviously, with a company merger, they then have to get rid of some people, as in like let them go and let them go. So she goes to say to these two guys, just to let you know, you have been made redundant. And then she kind of gets hired by someone else to do another contract. It's all very corporate. It's again, I think, very similar to Jade City in that it's political machinations, which I've decided is one of my favorite things. Red City has a lot of like moving pawns into places, and when one of the organizations does something, someone else responds, and I like that kind of thing. And that's it's very reminiscent of Jade City as well. Jade City was very like you know political movements. Yes, I've never read Hunger Games. I have the first and the third book um in paperback. My friends will just love it, and I'm like, I didn't read it. I read Twilight. I don't know if people were like, you either read Twilight or you read Hunger Games. I don't know if that's a thing, but I didn't read Hunger Games. I read Twilight. I don't know. Maybe people read different things. Being late 20s, early 30s, trying to find yourself amidst modern sensibilities towards casual dating. Oh, casual dating is fucking awful. This sounds like a book that I really need to read. It's Genevieve Novak Cushing. We've talked about this before, but I really need to read that. I'm a single lady. Oh, ambulance. Oh, sorry, ambulance just drove past my window. Oh, I hope they're okay. Um, yeah, single person dating. Dating sucks. Yeah, it's particularly hard when maybe it's just me, but like when people in your life are like already married and they haven't been in the dating scene for a while. I have no other single friends except for like the people that I know online, but I don't know them very well. So yeah, it's hard to like talk about being single with the friends I've had for a really long time because they're all either married or engaged or having babies. It's hard out there. Um, I'm enjoying it so far. It's so entertaining. I don't think there's like oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, absolutely. Like read the book, then watch the film. Read the book, then watch the film. Read the book, and then watch the two films. Um, yeah, And then after that, read, is it Songbirds and Snakes, which is the prequel? I really like that film. I was I went into A&E on Easter Sunday, and they had Songbirds and Snakes playing in the A&E, and I was like, a Hunger Games film is a really odd choice to be playing in an A&E hospital. I mean, maybe that's just me, but it's a bit like this is a very odd choice. It's fiction, fiction. So it's not true. It's not true. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, yeah, Hinge is not fun. Have you tried Bumble? Because Bumble is like they're all as bad as each other. But like, I feel like Hinge like it publicized itself as being really, the app that was meant to be deleted, but it's just the same as every other app. At least Bumble has that women talk first, but just, yeah, I just felt very, yeah, I had no success. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I had no long term success, I guess. I met someone on. Did we meet on Bumble? I think I met one person off of Hinge and one person off of Bumble. No, let's see on Bumble. I met one person off of Bumble and one person off of Tinder. The guy off of Tinder was awful. The guy, but like seemed fine. Met him during lockdown, and then the person on Bumble was fine. Um, yeah, and then I met. How did I meet Fraser? Because I met one guy, and we didn't get on well, like as dating, but we became really good friends. And he's in New Zealand now, and he's still a friend. Like he sends me postcards. So yeah, I don't know. I think I've had more luck with friendships on the dating apps. How have you been finding the dating apps, Tati? If you want to talk about it, obviously, because you don't have to. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. In terms of Hunger Games films, the first one is a classic. Um, I do really want to read the books. Do they feel YA? Because I think they are YA, aren't they? Do they feel quite young to you? I'm very curious. I don't read a lot of YA. I read a lot of, well, I mostly read adult books. Um, if you don't know my channel, hello. I'm Chloe. I read a lot of fantasy. I read a lot of sci-fi. I read some literary fiction. Um, but yeah, fantasy, sci-fi is my kind of thing. I could show you. I just got a new bookcase, and I've been putting um, motorbike outside. So rude. I've been putting my favorites that I've read in here. Um, yeah, I say mostly sci-fi. Mostly sci-fi and fantasy. Which I've already. Yeah, fair enough. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Hunty. Oh. Listen, you don't have to tell me. You can keep it if you like. But yeah, if you want to talk about it, please message me. Yeah, Hinge is weird. I I don't know what's the name of the. I'm trying to remember the name of the. Um, there's a woman who does. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my god! Sorry, I just opened up Instagram to find this person, and I discovered that Lily Reinhart is going to be in a adaptation of The Love Hypothesis. I guess I should probably read that. There's a woman who does interpretive dance to voice notes from guys on dating apps, and it's really funny because they are such assholes. Such assholes. And so entitled as well. Like, one of my favorite things is when she dances to voice notes from guys who are like, I don't think I care. And then they send a minute long voice note about like what they think you did wrong. It's like, dude, I think you care. I think I think you're a bit mad. I'm not mad. I think you're mad. Currently got another handshake with someone in a few weekends time. That's cool. Yeah, fair enough. I keep thinking I'll meet someone organically. It just doesn't happen. I guess I don't really do enough though, to be fair. Um, for people who don't know, I've had 2 months off sick from work because I burned myself pretty badly. and so I've not been at work for 2 months, and I've been sitting around with my feet up because they wanted they wanted me to have my feet up so I would heal. And aside from work, I don't really do anything else. So I guess, you know, the likelihood of something happening organically is just low because, you know, I only go to work. And everyone at work is married. Yeah, that's fair enough. You do quite, I think you do quite a lot outside of work though, don't you? So you probably have like other ways to meet people. If you're YN, that's really nice. Oh, okay, with different genres. Oh, that's good. Okay. Um, I have watched the film. I really like films. I think they're well done. I'd be interested. I mean, obviously, I haven't read the book, so I can't say, but I thought they were quite well done. There's nothing in the books where I think, oh, it doesn't really make any sense. Um, but if you've read the books, you probably can like see things that I wouldn't notice. But yeah, I really enjoyed them. I think is it Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, good casting choice. Very good casting choice. I was never really a fan of Gale. Um, but then in the films, did I like Gale in the films? I think I liked him more than I liked other guy. Gale and Katniss and oh my god, I can't remember his name. The little baker boy. I can't remember his name. That's gonna annoy me. Hold on. Baker boy in Hunger Games. Peter Malark. Oh, Peter Malark. Yeah, I didn't really gravitate to him, but I guess I would say that in the film he doesn't have that much character. He's very like 2D. He doesn't have very much like in terms of motivation. He's just kind of a sap in the films. Hopefully he's not like that in the book. Because I think you're supposed to want them together. Um, maybe in the first book. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, probably for the best. If it puts you in a bad headspace, nothing is worth that. Nothing. 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 Um, Yeah. Just trying to think if there's anything that popped out about the films. I liked the pre-Hunger Games stuff. So like the lead up to the Hunger Games, where they're like training and they're preparing their outfits and strategizing. Like that's my kind of thing. I really like that, and I like Drew. How far into the book are you? Out of curiosity. Also, how long shall we do for the next sprint? I'm thinking another half an hour, unless people want to do it again for a little bit longer. What do we think? Do we have any opinions? I should probably eat something. I have to show you. I didn't think Lucy, my cat Lucy, I didn't think she'd like the thing that I got her. I think you can see it. There's a little, probably can't see it from there. There we go. I think you can see it. The little cube that I got her. I didn't think she'd like it. But she seems to be really enjoying it. I still don't have I like Katniss, but I don't know about the other characters. Okay, that's cool. So have they started the games at that point, or are they still training? I've not read the books, so I don't know where you are. Like, where are you up to? Half an hour? Okay, half an hour is good. The next chapter that I have is 22 minutes, so that works out well. I also have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. So pretty. So I think I had a copy of this. I think I had the standard edition hardback, and I think I heard bad things about it, or like not bad things, but things that just were not my kind of thing. And I was like, that doesn't sound up my alley. So I either sold it or gave it to charity or something. And then a friend of mine was like, I really liked it. I was like, ah, shit. Now I'm going to read it. And I messaged her and I was like, okay, no problem. I will get it from the library. And then I was book shopping on Waterstones and they had the pretty edition. So I bought it because I'm a sucker for a pretty cover. And she went, what happens to getting it from the library? And I was like, but pretty. Like, it's so pretty. And like the back, so handwritten. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Anyway, if I don't like it, I'll just sell it. But still. Okay, cool. Also, is your name Rose or is it something else? Yeah. Oh my goodness, what's its name? Let me know. So the game's about to start. Okay, cool. All right. So when we come back, you can tell us what you think. Yeah, we're gonna do a half an hour. What do we think of this background? This has been where I'm based for the whole day. It's been raining. I quite like this background. Give us something else. Theme, theme. God, I'm roasting. Or do I want Sakura? Do you want Sakura? Minimalist desert. I did this exact same thing last time. I was like, everything looks so cute. Should we do Cozy Cabin? Just for a new one. For now. Let's see. Why didn't that change? Theme. Come on. Cozy Cabin. Cozy Cabin. Do I have to save it? I don't think I do. Come on. Okay, we'll really just. Oh, that's focus. Is that focus? Ah, that's focus, that's why. I thought that was focus. I'm confused. Oh, Brian! I love that. I love animals with human names. Very big fan. Give it to love. How old is he? Right, so 30 minutes is alright, we'll do 30. And see you then. Well, that felt like a short ass sprint. Probably because it was. How did we do? I read a chapter and then I just scrolled on Instagram. To be fair, it was a good chapter. I'm not sure. I'm I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like the world building. I think I said earlier, the world building is like a little bit lacking in some places. And earlier I was like, I think that might be intentional. I think that might be intentional now. Like they keep talking about what is it? Something 93. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Field. It's called Field 93. And it keeps getting mentioned just like very casually. And I'm just sort of like, okay, what is this? But then earlier in the book, there have been other things we think, I wish she'd gone into a little bit more detail about that. But overall, I love it. I love, like I say, I love Fonda Leaves, like political machinations kind of writing. Um, I'm enjoying. It's turned kind of like into a murder mystery, without any spoilers. It's turned a little bit into a murder mystery, and I'm enjoying that aspect of it, which is so funny because Red City wasn't Red City also a murder mystery? Oh no, it's Night House. I read Night House. That also was a murder mystery, and I enjoyed that. Um, but in a fantasy setting because I don't like murder mysteries on their own are kind of fine, but they're not my favorite. Thank you. Yeah, so the character, it's really interesting. So the character in this book is in her 50s, and she just recently went to, in the chapter I read, she went to a nightclub and she was talking about all like sweaty bodies, and I was like, oh, I mean, I'm only 35, but I'm really glad that I don't go to nightclubs anymore. I mean, alcohol aside, I'm really relieved that I don't go there anymore. I used to hate, everyone was taller than me. Um, I would try and stand up and I'd dance, but I was quite unsteady on my feet physically. It's part of my disability. And I would feel quite self conscious. I'd be worried that someone's going to knock me over. And then when I was drinking, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to worry. But then, you know, all my other friends were just like, someone's going to knock her over. Um, so, yeah. How did you get on? No, not Hattie. How did you get on Roses? And Hattie, how also did you get on during the reading sprint? Did you read much? Um, I was talking about, because I work in a National Trust property, um, where something Regency, I guess, was filmed. Um, I keep thinking about all these like Regency dramas that have been filmed, and I keep thinking, oh god, I really need to do a rewatch of North and South. I think I need to do a rewatch. How did you remember the North and South watch along that I did? So I had this channel I've had for a while, but I've not done any reading sprints on it in ages. And in 2024, we did a watch along for North and South. which is, in my opinion, one of the most romantic period dramas of all time. Hattie Rippers. And I just think I need to do a rewatch. Oh no, I don't like that. Not a fan of that. That's not fun. Emotionally cheating is an interesting phrase. I don't know. I don't know a huge amount about emotionally cheating. Um, but yeah. Oh, it does not sound fun. You were reading, I think last time you were here, last time we did sprints, I think you were reading other books. Are you still reading those? Or have you finished them? If you finished them, what did you think? I don't know if Rose's Diary is still here. But if you are, what did you read before Hunger Games? I have not read a huge amount recently. For the first half of the year, I read a couple books and then I read all 10 volumes of Saga that I had. Because I had them all, and I wanted to figure out whether or not I actually liked it. I think I'd only read about 7 of the volumes, and so I read the other 3. I reread the 7 and then read the other 3, just to see if I really wanted to keep reading the series. And I think I do. I think I do like the Saga series. It's taken a bit of a different turn ever since Volume 8, and it's quite different, but I do like it. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. But yeah, I'm just sort of, I'm not committed to buying anymore. I remember I went on World of Books and volumes 11 and 12, I think, were about £13, and they're about 14 on Waterstones. So I was just kind of like, I'm not really that keen on spending that much money. Oh yes, I remember this one. Overall, despite it being emotional, what did you think? Did you enjoy it? I mean, it's hard to sort of say when something is emotional. Like, if a book is going to make you cry, do you really enjoy it? If it's pretty but not pretty. Sorry, my phone is my phone is distracting me. I'm getting messages in the group chat. So yeah, if it's emotional, if it makes you cry and you're just kind of like, oh, then can you really say that you enjoyed it? I don't know. Deep thoughts for a Thursday. Deep thoughts. Okay. Nice. Were you reading Rogue Harry's? I think you were reading Rogue Harry's before. What is Confessions? These are my confessions. Does anyone else remember that Usher song? Last night I was chatting to a friend and I decided to start playing some old music. So I played Flowers by, who's the band? I give you flowers. And then I just started going down a sort of disco R&B, not really R&B, disco clubhouse kind of playlist, which is bizarre because I don't actually like club music. But there are certain ones that I was listening to and I was like, oh god, yeah, I remember that one. Pretty Green Eyes by Ultrabeat. Wow, throwback. I think this is all happening because I listened to Baby Cakes. Baby Cakes. And I just went down a rabbit hole. Okay. This is the thing. Like if you like having emotions brought up in you, then I guess it could be enjoyable. But obviously, like the act of being emotionally destroyed, some people don't like that. Understandably. Have you had a favourite book that you've read this year, Hattie? We are only 6 months into the year. I say only, it doesn't feel like it. Today just felt like January because I was at work and it was raining and it was cold and we were all just like, oh. So it didn't really feel like June. But I guess technically we are halfway through the year. I will have to add that. I'm not sure I really want to have my heart ripped out. I'm trying to think of books that did rip my heart out. I feel like there was something that happened in Ninth House that made me cry. Like there was something that was said, or like a sort of monologue that was said that made me cry in Ninth House. I'm looking at my favorites bookshelf, which is oh god, one of my favorites bookshelf. So this top bookcase here is full of favorites, as is this one here, which you cannot see at all. But yeah, Hamlet. Yeah, I had a paperback of that. I really should have read it. It's like Hamlet, and then the Wolf Hall trilogy by Hilary Mantel. I had all those books and I had them for years, but I never bothered to pick them up. So I sort of thought, if I haven't picked them up in like 3 years, I'm not going to. Is Hamlet? It's gonna make me cry, isn't it? Like it's gonna tear my heart out. But I think I should read. It's standalone, isn't it? It's not like obviously it's based on a real person, but like it's not spread out over multiple books. If it's not spread out over multiple books like Wolf Hall, then maybe I should give it a go. If I had my time again, I will Google that. If I had my time again. If I had my time again. My time again. Oh, okay, Linda Green. Heartbreaking Life of Charming New Novel. Perfect for fans of the Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Have you read The Midnight Library? I started reading it and I was like, ooh, I hate it. Maybe I should try again. So, if I had my time again, go away. Magical, Heartbreaking, Life Charming. Emily, Carl, and Jules have all gone before their time. Can I share? Can I share? My screen. There we go. Emily, Carl, and Jules have all gone before their time after dying the same day. Oh, it's a Yorkshire book. They wake up in a room in a hotel on the outskirts of town. In the basement, headquarters of film production company Encred. Oh, see, that sounds kind of good, actually. They can't prevent their own death or anyone else's. They can't kill anyone, but they can make a director's cut. Interesting. See, that sounds good. It sounds different to, yeah, it sounds better than the Matt Haig one. Interesting. I will have to add that to my list. I don't want to do a sprint right now. Oh! Okay, it's a single one. Okay. Interesting. What makes you say that? I'm gonna have to add this. It sounds kind of sci-fi-y. Not sci-fi-y. Sounds very kind of, yeah. Amanda Prowse. Best book I've read in years. It may be because I'm from Yorkshire. Interesting. Just looking at the reviews. Okay. All right. Well, that's something to consider. Are we happy to do another sprint? Have not seen Ruse's Diary. Should we do another sprint? Do we want to do another sprint? I'd like to, but I'm biased. I've got that flower song stuck in my head. Work was quite quiet today. Because of the rain. I like a quiet day at work. But it was a little bit too quiet. Oh, okay. This book has me quite intrigued, actually. I'll have to add it to my story graph. Does anyone else use? Oh my god, I've got 30. I have 30 notifications on my phone of this one group chat. I hate that. I will probably go through that. If I have my time again to read. Right, so my next one is my next chapter of The Last Contract of Isako is 12 minutes. 12 minutes, and then there's a longer one at half an hour. So, yeah, I think we could do half an hour. Would that work? What do you think, Hattie? You probably don't mind either way. Yeah, I think I will do a half hour. Yes, okay. Right, just gonna go for it. I've just executive decision. I've been like, yep, I'm gonna go for it. Cool. Hattie agrees. See you then.
Hello.
Hi, Hattie.
Can you
How
hear me
are
okay?
you? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fabulous.
See you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you too, because like there was like a time where the streams weren't happening for a couple of years, and then I'm like,
Yeah. So, been through a lot. We'll tell you separately. But yeah, been a lot going on. But it's just good to see you. Are you doing all right?
yeah, I'm better than I was in like April. I think that was with the disappointing Hinge person.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway.
yeah, I'm my poor mum. She was very very patient with me.
Well, they have to be, don't they? I guess with parents.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, like she's definitely heard all of our anecdotes. So yeah, it was, but I'm okay now. I've kind of replaced the dopamine I was trying to chase, I think, with like other stuff, like going to see. I'm going to go to the theatre in a couple of weeks to go and see Moulin Rouge.
Oh, amazing! Oh, do you have to?
No, it's weird.
Okay.
And
that's so cool.
and then I started pole dancing.
Cool.
So,
Oh wow.
yeah, because I always thought, oh, it's you've got to be like an expert right away.
That's what I thought too.
But that it's very much like sort of beginner, which I mean it's beginner, intermediate, and I presume advanced at some point. But I'm more than happy to stay with beginner for the foreseeable, because it's more about trying to get the moves out.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, okay, I need to stand on my head and do the twiddling around. It's and like the
Honestly, presumably confident. Hello.
No, sorry.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
it froze for a second. Yeah, yeah. The teacher, she's really supportive. She's very encouraging, even though like, which is good, because obviously not everyone's going to be great, first thing out the door, as it were.
And when you're doing something that's so physically demanding, you want someone to be.
Yeah, because
No.
yeah, because I didn't like exercise for quite a few years because I was put off it by school. So doing it, in a supportive environment is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I walk a lot as well. I mean, not like, because I mean, with work, I deal with people who hike a lot, and I'm like, I don't walk to that extent, but I do walk as just a lot just to get around.
Yeah.
And I do intend to learn to drive, but right now I'm just not really.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, hope you're doing okay. Hope your burn is healing up. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. There's another infection. Basically, for those who don't know, I fell asleep in front of my space heater. And because I had trousers on and the heater was very close to me, I burned myself. And I tried to kind of push through it and be like, it'll be fine, it'll heal on its own. About a week later, I was throwing up and I had an infection. So, yeah, it was not good. Now I have another infection, not through anything that I've done, but I'm on antibiotics. I'm getting it treated, so yeah,
That's good.
not doing too badly. I'm back at work. Been off work for 2 months, which has been bizarre, but yeah, doing all right. Yeah, it's so good to see you. I really have missed you, Hattie.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
It's been a weird couple of years.
Yeah, considering like back when I liked that friend of mine, all the rest of it, and I was like messaging you about like him, and it's just like, I'm sorry that I did that, because we're not in touch anymore. So, because he met somebody, but I've got a T-shirt which I got around that time, just to be just because I found it funny. It was like, I foster men until they find their forever home, and I'm like, that's me. It's me.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm even though I know that it's probably not going to be a long term thing, I'm actually looking forward to my the Hinge date I'm having in a couple of weekends time.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the longest Hinge conversations I've had before going on a date.
Yeah.
So it feels very like.
I was gonna say it did seem like quite. I mean, I'm not one to judge, but it seemed kind of like, oh, you're doing it not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, because he it's quite funny. He was one who's a person I sort of matched with, or like started talking to, and he's not far away, like in the grand scheme of things. It's reachable. It's been because I'm obviously in Southampton, but he's in Bristol.
Okay.
And that's like I can get a train to Bristol Temple Meads in like a couple of hours, and his job is very similar to the job that I have. Not the same company, but he was like, "Oh, I've bought mapping from your company." I'm like, "Good."
That is some hot, dirty talk.
Oh god, I mean, like, I've got
some mapping from your website.
Oh god, I've got because basically I don't think I've told him this actually, but I've got a book that's like about surveying, from the 30s, and I'm actually because if it goes well, I'm gonna be like, you can come back to mine, and I can show you my book on surveying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But either way, as I said, it's like I think it's Hinge.
I love the way you think.
Yeah, Hinge and Tinder were very much learning experiences in their own right anyway, because they're such a weird way of doing things.
Dating is just weird. Like online dating is just bizarre. I met with a couple people, but no more. I remember I met with one guy. We went out for 3 dates, and the third date, I decided that I was not gonna ask him any questions just to see what happened. He never arranged a fourth date. Surprise, surprise! I remember sat there and I was responding to his questions, but I was like, I've been the one asking the questions the whole time. And then I did meet someone. We sort of friends with benefit for a while. They came out as trans, and I was like, okay. But because of the way that we have been sort of friends with benefiting, I was like, I don't really want a relationship with you, and you don't want one with me anyway. And then they sort of went no contact, and now they're engaged. So, as you say, fostering someone until they find their friend.
It's I think humor is the way to get through any kind of feelings of like this isn't an ideal situation for me. But I mean, what I've kind of done in lieu of actually, because I mean, in theory, I could do more Hinge stuff, or do Bumble or do whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it would generally like mess me up more than it did before, and I don't want to do that. So I've ended up I've got friends at work, and that's that's good, obviously, I think. And even there's one person who he left the department, and I'm still we still mess each other. It's like that's my level of like I actually didn't mind that. Because I think I'm just trying to deal with being in my 30s. I know that you're 35, but
I still haven't got the magic answer. Like, I've been doing it for 5 years. I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
I mean, it's weird because like I've grown up around like ideas of, okay, you get married when I mean, not this wasn't my parents, it was more like my grandparents on my mother's side. It was like, oh, you get married when you're 21, you do flower arranging and dinner parties, and then you don't really work. It's all very much like, why aren't you married by this age? It's like, well, I'd much rather. It's like you can't really not take it back, but you can't really
plan for that kind of thing, really.
Yeah, and it's like I'd much rather because when you mentioned the the person who you didn't ask any questions to. It reminded me of a Tinder date I went on where, for one thing, his picture's about 5 years out of date, which is fine, but it wasn't kind of. I kind of got a real feeling of like this isn't working out when we were sort of talking.
Yeah.
And it would be like we'd talk and then it would sort of peter out, but it would be really awkward. Then we'd talk again and peter out. And he ghosted me, but that was quite a while ago actually, because I think 2025. So yeah, but basically, like, I like the fact that, like, for example, because as I'm sort of, marching on to sort of early to mid 30s, I've now sort of started following people on like Instagram. That sounds really strange to say. I'm following people around who are sort of then in their 30s.
Following people like
like I'm here.
Actually, like hi, boo.
It's like, people who are like, then in their like mid to late 30s and they're sort of they're maybe single or whatever and they've got very fulfilled lives. It's like that is what I'm trying to do, because it's almost like telling myself that like it's doable, and I'm not, and my life path isn't wrong because it's not like everyone else's life path.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
So
it's hard because like you see people getting married and having kids, and you're just like, I'm doing something wrong, and then you have to kind of go, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just a different. It's just a different path.
Yes, and for various reasons. The reason why Brian ended up with my parents and my sister is because basically my sister, yeah. Brian, the first of the name.
Brian, the first of his name. I love that.
Yeah, my sister, she was married to a man who they met at uni like 2013, and or maybe a bit earlier than that. And he ended up being quite. It wasn't a very nice situation, basically. And if basically my dad's siblings traveled up to where my sister lived, and they took the cat, they moved her out. Basically, when her husband wasn't there, there was cameras in the house. I mean, not like not photographic. I mean, not like but like actual sort of not CCTV, but that kind of thing. So they turned all that off. They took the cat's tracker off. They, all the sort of stuff that was like
very really dodgy. Yeah,
it was very dodgy. And basically, she's doing brilliantly. She's back at home and she's applying for a job where in a company that her friend is the manager.
Oh, good.
So that's quite cool. But basically, the point that I was trying to make is that like I for the longest time was like, oh, I should have married somebody I met when I was at uni. I'm like, well, people change so much.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather be my own person for as long as I can, rather than be like, oh, I need to marry somebody or be somebody just because they're there. You know what I mean? It's a bit like my attitude towards having.
And then you risk getting yourself into that situation where that person has no boundaries because you guys got together when you were so young. And thinks it's okay to like put cameras in things. That's that's awful.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, it was.
Sorry, second.
No. I was going to say like he when my sister got back to the Channels, she and my dad have her UK phone, and he's very good with dealing with people who are very, because basically he can be very. He's mellowed over the years, but he can be very, blunt when he needs to be, sort of thing. So that was, but essentially, like, she's back with my parents and she's safe, and Brian is okay. So that's all that. That's kind of my main, worry is all kind of sorted. So I'm just like, yeah, that's fine.
How stressful. It is. Okay. Is she in therapy? Yeah. Is she seeing people in therapy? That probably is mentally.
I don't. Hard. I mean, I think because I think that'll probably happen eventually. Because I mean, 14 years of your life, somebody is a lot of time.
God, yeah.
And I think she just needs to kind of, distress herself and not deregulate, but sort of
Decompress, yeah.
decompress, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she can make the choice. But I didn't like him basically, and
No, fair enough.
I told basically he'd said some stuff to me many years ago. It was like fair few years ago. That kind of made me, because I actually used to think he was okay, and then he said some stuff to me that was inappropriate, and I'm just like, yep, I don't like him anymore.
Yep.
And
No, that's a red flag.
yeah, I know exactly. And then I told my parents, and but I didn't tell them for a couple of years, and then they believed me, and I was like, I should have told them sooner.
You wouldn't have known. There's no way you would have known. Yeah.
It's very much,
and also it probably wasn't necessarily your thing to tell, but
I know, 'cause, yeah, it's
hard.
it's weird,
Yeah.
but I'm just glad that's all kind of over and done with. But my other sister's boyfriend, who he's lovely. He's like they're complete dorks. It's quite sweet.
Oh, I love a dork. I'm a dork, so I love a dork. Yeah.
I mean, like, he's like the biggest Winston Church enthusiast like I've ever seen. It's really quite funny. Like, I went to go stay with them quite recently, and their spare room is literally like a shrine to Winston Churchill. I mean, in a good way, not like a here it is.
Is there a way to have it in a good way? I'm not sure.
Well,
but sure. Okay.
But I mean, basically, like loads of books about him and like, all the rest of it. And he basically
that's okay. Yeah. As long as it's not like signed memorabilia.
Oh God, no! It's like,
can you imagine? There's someone who is in my parents' town who is a local councillor, and he collects Nazi memorabilia.
Okay,
that's very different, but you got to keep your eyes peeled for that kind of thing.
I mean, my dad gave my mom it's called Across the German Mother. It's basically back in the day, and this isn't. I'm not condoning this. I think with context, it's kind of like it makes sense. Back in the day, they'd give women who had a certain number of children a medal to say that they were like they'd achieved, like populating the German, whatever.
We have achieved our ultimate form.
Exactly. And my dad gave that to my mom when she had my younger brother, so it was her fifth child, because that was like I think the lowest was fifth, and it went up in increments, I think. And that was his kind of sense of humor. But he doesn't collect it on the regular. It's not like
it's not like a collection. He was just kind of like,
it was literally just
this is a thing that's suitable kind of ish for the time.
I mean, he's got this kind of sense of humor that he finds that kind of stuff quite not really funny, but I think it's more like a dark humor sort of thing of here's the thing.
Funny,
he wasn't giving like her other stuff that was related to that. It was literally just that. But yeah, it's all but I'm just kind of
wild world we live in.
That's the thing. It's like because obviously I chat to my colleagues a lot as well, but there's some stuff I can't really talk to them about because obviously it's like professionalism and stuff. So I'm just like, yep, save it all for Chloe.
Save it all for me. I'll listen. I'll still judge, but I won't. I'll listen.
Exactly.
That's fucked up, but I will still listen.
Yeah, I mean but also like because when you said about it was a certain number of years ago that we watched North and South, I still think it's an amazing series.
It's so good.
I think I told us about it on the other group chat. But there's a series that Waitrose do called Dish. It's a podcast, but they do video ones as well. And they interviewed Mitch Armitage about a year ago, and it was so good. Listen to him talk about stuff. I'm just like, I know we can't really live watch a YouTube video of him talking about food.
I mean, I could.
I mean, we could actually
all day, every day. Yep.
But yeah, it was. It's good. It's basically. Go.
Sorry, keep going.
It's but yeah, so it's like if you wanted to watch him in something that isn't too taxing, but it's also just like whatever. It's a good podcast to watch. The most recent one they did, they interviewed Marcus Mumford from Rump & Sons.
Oh,
and that was
nice.
like my favorite band, like for several years, and it still is. So I was just like, yep, he is. He was interesting because he's married to Carey Mulligan. So I'm just like,
makes sense. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, when I was doing live streaming about 4 years ago, was it 3 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Before the not before the pandemic, it was definitely during the pandemic.
During, yeah.
Yeah, we all absolutely love Richard Armitage. Who is is his name Thorin in?
I
Did he play
believe so.
Thorin
Yeah. Mm.
In Lord of the Rings? He's also my friend keeps telling me like he was this in Merlin. I'm like, okay, all right. So let me Richard Armitage. She she's like he's this person in this film. And I'm like, okay, I did not know that. God, what is it she said?
I mean, he was in there was a version of Robin Hood from like the 2010s that he was in, but he
Yes,
wasn't Robin Hood, but it
that's
was
the one. Yeah,
um
he was in Robin Hood. He was obviously in The Hobbit. Yeah, Thorin. In Robin Hood. Oh, he's in music video for Paris Paloma. Oh,
well, I need to watch that because I've watched Labour, which he's definitely not in.
So good. I
But
love Labour. All day, every day.
There's
He
a
was
really
in
good because there's a song, there's loads of songs by this singer called Sky Sky, I think it's called Sky Daddy, but the A in the Daddy was like, this is going to sound really weird to say. This A in Sky Daddy
with it, you know.
Is it's got like it's spelled DXDDY, and some of their songs are really like I felt they feel very timely for me because it's very much about like dealing with being, you know, being a bit of a pushover or dealing with
you have to send me
acceptance and stuff like that. It's interesting.
Yeah. So he played Guy of Gisborne in
that was it, yeah.
Robin Hood. And my friend was like, yeah, he was Guy of Gisborne. And I'm like, okay, I never watched that, but sure. And because she worked Hay Festival, she got to meet him and get her book signed. And she messaged me going, by the way, I met Richard Armitage. And I was like, are you kidding me? She's never seen North and South.
Oh no.
I'm like, girl, fix it. And so I messaged. We had a group chat that's been going on for a very, very long time. Nobody's really operated in it for a very long time. But when I heard that recently, I was like, oh my god, my friend met Richard Armitage. Sent to the group chat. I don't know how many people actually care about it, but I care. She met Richard Armitage. And she's going to give me the book that he signed for.
Oh, I think it's quite funny how much at one point that group of people we were doing the book streams a lot and doing the watching stuff a lot. It
comes up every time I go on to StreamYard. It comes up as what is there's something like the group that we were the bookish friends group still comes up on my StreamYard. As like an open studio where we can come and chat. So I'd love to do that again. I really miss like Moni and I feel really bad that I let that go. I take responsibility for letting it go because I have a lot going on, but I also you know,
I mean,
what happens?
Life happens, I think. Yeah, life happens.
Life gets lifey, you know. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that like I had one back to Tinder for a bit, like, you know, for a second, but like I had one person who I was chatting to, and he was fine, he was whatever, and then he said, "Oh, I've met somebody, but I'll keep talking to you as a friend." I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." Sort of. I didn't say it to him directly, but
it's hard to go back. Like once you've done that, it's like almost impossible to go back.
It's like it's and so, but because that was around the same time that I went to go and meet up with that person who with the out of date Tinder pictures. I sort of the other person's conversation with me that kind of fizzled, and then it was only like last couple of months. I'm like, actually, shouldn't have let that go. But to be fair, though, it probably would have fizzled eventually. It just kind of
if it was meant to, they always say like if it's meant for you to come back, and I'm like, oh, okay. whatever.
I mean, that's kind of that's like
But
if
also
I.
kind of, I guess.
But then
Maybe.
again, yeah, because yeah, I think yeah, there's no point putting more effort than you need to into something like that, because like
Yeah.
then you end up having to kind of negotiate your worth. Sometimes like you shouldn't be negotiating your worth. You should be,
No,
you should know your
absolutely.
worth.
The situation that you got yourself in when you've got people that will talk to you
Mm,
every couple of weeks, they'll catch up. It's like I I get it, and I'm the kind of person who will cling on to those,
mm,
those kind of drips of affection,
yeah,
but also kind of if they wanted to, they would.
yeah, that's true.
And
That's
it's
very
really
true.
hard. It's hard to kind of, it's hard to let go when you've got someone that is drip feeding you affection.
Mm.
Because it is affection. They clearly like you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking to you at
But
all.
then again, they like the reaction that you give to them without them having to try. That's what I understand it to be. Because
That's kind of it. And
um,
I was watching. I don't know if you follow Maya and Hunter on Instagram.
no, I don't think I do.
Maya is in eating disorder recovery. Hunter's her husband. They've been together since they were like 16.
Okay.
Um, and he will post videos on their YouTube channel, of their Instagram, being like, what I feed my wife
Mm.
in her eating recovery.
Mm.
And it's just like, yeah, if they wanted to, they would.
Yeah, like my
But it doesn't mean that you're not worth it.
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah, that's the key part. You have
mm,
to remember, because I find it very easy to just be like, well, clearly I'm not worth it because he's not investing his time into me. And I
mm,
have to remind myself, no, I'm worth it. It's just he doesn't see that. And that's on him. Or
exactly.
them.
Yeah, exactly. It's very which is also why I kind of replaced the dopamine that I was looking for from certain other people with the theatre stuff and the pole dancing and the stuff like that,
Are you still
because
doing the pole dancing?
I know, yeah, I do. I do it
Oh,
because
good, good.
it gets booked up every like pretty much every week. I
Mm.
do it every other week because that's the only time I can get booked in.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's but then like for example, because I used to think that if I negotiated my worth enough, and people would believe me, and then it's like I see my other sister and her boyfriend,
Yeah.
and he's like the epitome of like if he wanted to, he would,
Yeah.
because like he plans things, they plan things together, they talk about stuff, they communicate, and I'm just like, that is the best kind of. And like when
Yeah.
he when he went away somewhere else in England, without her, he wrote her a note, he wrote her a postcard, and it's like such bog standard stuff. I'm just like, if he wanted to, he would, and he did.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It
Because
is, because
yeah, because you have to be patient for the right person who
mm,
wants to, and it just
mm.
makes you feel kind of useless anyway.
But then
Anyway,
again,
on that
yeah.
note,
Yeah, it's weird because like like I've got a colleague who went to a different department, but we talk about books and stuff, and it's like
nice.
because he couldn't take part in the thing today that I was at work today, because he's got sort of chronic pain, I think, from what I understand it, he told me,
Okay.
which is like, I completely understand it must be tough to kind of have to manage that.
Mm.
And my first thought was like, oh, I'll get him something to sort of so he can feel included. It's like, well, I shouldn't really do that because he didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's that I'm kind of I used to do with certain other person,
Yeah.
who was kind of the reason I've got the T-shirt. I foster men until they find their forever homes. Was I'd kind of do stuff without prompting, so he would just get stuff like
Mm.
attention from me,
Yeah.
and with how it all kind of, it made me realize like how a lot of the stuff that he did in the past kind of, like the gif or the meme of the person, and they've got like algebra in front of their face and they're trying to calculate stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like that was literally just me being like, actually, that's like it all makes sense now. Like, you know, if someone acts like they don't want to be around you, it's because they don't want to be around you. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like
Note to watchers: there's only 2 people watching, but like, if they wanted to, they would.
but
Um, on
yeah.
on that note, shall we do one more sprint?
Yeah, should we do a sprint, another sprint, and then a conversational
Yeah,
interlude, and then an end?
yeah,
Would
that's
that be?
okay.
Because I think
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
cool, cool, cool. Okay, half an hour, good.
Yep.
Cool. I need to get some food, so that works out very well. Okay. Oh, thanks for being here, Hattie. See you
No
in
problem.
half an hour. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sorry. That that hit quite quickly.
It did indeed.
Yeah. How you doing?
Fine. I was just reading Crushed, or whatever, Crushing, or whatever, the book I was
Yeah.
talking about before.
I didn't do any reading. I watched YouTube with Olivia and Stabler on SVU. All their edits.
Fair enough.
I think it's time I call a night and just be like, yep, can't concentrate. No,
Yeah, because
gone.
I've got to the point where like the book was it's very the characters are meant to be in their 20s, but they act like they're teenagers. It's all usual.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I think I'm preemptively going to say I'm going to finish it, obviously, but I'm going to give it like a 3 out of 5 because I don't like it enough to be like I want to read it again, but I just want to get it out that way. So I probably, because that's what long weekends are for, like reading terrible books. So
Yeah, absolutely. And hoping that they're not terrible, obviously.
I mean, hopefully I get more of Rogue Harry's or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you have a good rest of your time until another one of these.
Well, I think me and Hattie are going to chat. But as far as the sprints are concerned, I am going to call it here. Thank you, Hattie, for joining me. We will sit and chat for a bit longer because I haven't seen you in forever, and I would love to chat. But yes, thank you for anyone who's joined. I don't know how many people were here. At one point, we had 5 people. Oh, so
that's a lot of people.
If I do it a bit more consistently, then it'll, maybe. I used to have quite a lot of people, but I then decided I was going to stop. So thanks everyone for joining. I'm pretty sure that the only one, because it said one person, I'm pretty sure that one person is Hattie. So thank you, Hattie.
I mean, I closed.
We're going to stay around. But yeah, so yeah, I will end the stream here. Me and Hattie in chat, but yeah, thank you so much. Bye.